Joyce, can you take us through the consent agenda, please?
I think we've got to approve the minutes, no?
Yes.
Oh, did I miss that?
Yes,
I'm
you
sorry. Can we have a motion to approve the September 3rd, 2019 Township Committee work session and regular business meeting minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Mrs. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Scanlon?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
Mayor Madigan?
Yes.
Okay, consent agenda?
Yeah, now that you're well prepared.
Okay.
Thank you.
All matters listed below are considered by the Township Committee to be routine in nature. There'll be no separate discussion of these items. If any discussion is desired by the Township Committee, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Resolutions, adoption of the following. 19-280, National Preparedness Month. 281, refund performance bond for 188 Hillside Avenue. 282, designate October 6th as Knockout Opioid Abuse Day in the Township of Wyckoff. 283, National Suicide Prevention Month. 284, National Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month. 285, payment of bills. 286, return of certain overpaid taxes, etc. 287, authorized fee charges for online payments. 288, library card sign-up month. And 289, award of contract for pay-to-play compliance. Motions, approve the request from Mary Ellen Taffrate to hang pink ribbons on the lamppost around Town Hall in October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and approve the appointment of Kevin Hanley, Planning Board Representative to the Environmental Commission, and approve the following appointments to the Historical Preservation Commission. Class A, Mr. Amuda, Mr. Halftek. Class B, Mr. Lynch, Ms. Van Emberg. Class C, Mr. Swenson, Ms. Constance, Ms. Caprio. Alternates, Mr. Bajak, Mr. Sestero, and Secretary, Mr. Shannon. One ordinance for introduction this evening, number 1888, an ordinance to amend Chapter 177 of the Code of the Township of Wyckoff, vehicles and traffic related to truck routes. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Mrs. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Scanlon?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
Mayor Madigan?
Yes.
There's one ordinance for final consideration this evening, number 1887, an ordinance to amend Chapter 186 zoning of the Code of the Township of Wyckoff, Article 7, nonconforming uses and structures, Section 186-37, continuance of existing uses and structures. For second reading by title only, a copy of the ordinance has been posted on the bulletin board in Town Hall where public notices are customarily posted, and copies have been made available to members of the general public of the township who have requested the same.
I move the ordinance on second reading by title only.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Mrs. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
Mr. Scanlon?
Yes.
Mayor Madigan?
Yes. This is the time and place for the public hearing on ordinance number 188. All persons who wish to be heard, please state your name and address before making your statement.
I move the public hearing on the ordinance be closed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Be it resolved by the Township Committee of the Township of Wyckoff that ordinance number 1887 be and the same is hereby adopted. The municipal clerk is hereby authorized and directed to publish the notice of final passage of said ordinance in the official newspaper for the township as provided by law.
I move the resolution.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Mrs. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Scanlon?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
Mayor Madigan?
Yeah, I just move for the record that we said it correctly, but at the bottom, list the wrong number, I believe. Am I
Okay,
confused?
I caught that.
Yes, you
Okay,
got
so
it.
we're good there?
Yeah.
And I vote yes.
Okay. Thank you.
With that, anybody else have anything?
Motion to adjourn.
Yeah, there's just one thing I want
Oh.
to just bring to the attention of the Township Committee and anyone in the public or who's listening on our video. The fireworks were originally brought to you as a fundraiser by the fire department. Now, we're taking that over, but that doesn't mean the fire department and the ambulance corps are not involved. So it's important that we try to raise some of the money for them because the fire department is going to have to, report there to set up on Friday, and then they're going to have to get there on Saturday at 4 o'clock in order to get it prepped, as well as our police department's going to have to lock it down and do a security sweep, and our volunteer ambulance corps has to be there in case there's an emergency. So our volunteer first responders are going to be working that day to bring this fireworks there, even though we have two generous donors who are paying for the actual fireworks. So it is important that people know that we are asking for signs, people to buy these signs and make donations, because they're volunteering their time in order to make the fireworks work. So even though they're not technically running them, they're very involved and donating their time. So we thank the volunteer fire department as well as the men and women of the volunteer ambulance corps. Thanks.
Thank you, Tim.
We have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.